Yo, what's good? What's happening? We here, we back. Brand new episode of Attack on Culture. It's your boy Chris J. Got the boy Trail Sav there.
My bad. I saw something horrible on Twitter. Took me out for a second.
And then we got Cam here.
Yo.
With that said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Tweeking Media. Make sure, of course, you check us out on everything TikTok at UTM Clips, Tweeking Media on there. And make sure you check out the YouTube Shorts as well. Follow us on Blue Sky and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, as well, and our various on Attack on Culture as well. Plus, follow mainly because it's my birthday tomorrow, man. So by the time this episode up, I'll be 32 years old. So make sure you guys be on. So make sure you follow, subscribe, all them things.
Somebody play some Manny Fresh for this bro.
Manny Fresh is insane,
man. That man about to be 2 years into his unk status, bro. That's crazy, bro. How you feel?
I was real big. God's real big. Cole's real big. Everything real big.
Yo, that is crazy, G. Crazy.
You should have came to church in a walking suit then, bro. All white with some gators.
Nigga.
Man, gotta address
we from Chicago. We don't wear all white again until after Memorial Day, G.
You gotta address young people as you young people.
No, I already do that as it is, unfortunately. I hate that. I hate that with a passion, G. Like it really makes me feel sad when I do that. I'm like, damn.
Bro, I call my youths like I'm British or something, bro. They really said that. Boy, I was in the car. We was talking about different generations. Sorry for going off topic.
No.
Man, these niggas, they talking about y'all 90s. Y'all ain't had nothing to do but go outside. I'm like, when do y'all think I was born, bro? I was born in 96. I ain't really a 90s baby like that, yo.
We didn't gain consciousness until 2000s, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, them kids going out to 9/11 is crazy, bro. Go sit down.
My coworker is one of those. He's 22 years old. He was born the year after 9/11, 2002. I was like, bruh. That's a historical event for you, bro. That's crazy.
Lift it, G. You wasn't in the classroom when the teacher had to tell you, hey, New York got hit with airplanes. I'm like, huh? I left gym class, nigga. What? What's
going on? I was traumatized as a kid, nigga. She was watching it on TV. I saw in kindergarten, I saw niggas falling out of buildings on TV, and I'm like, why is we still here? Like,
kindergarten is crazy.
Showing that to you in kindergarten is insane. I think they just told my mom and she had to come pick me up.
See, look, they didn't even tell us school was leaving early. They just said, well, no, it was a Wednesday. It was a half day. So, like, our parents was coming to get us early that day either way. It was just like, what are we doing, G? Like, why should I care? Then my dad explained. I was like, oh, okay. But we know what makes it worse? 2 weeks later, that same teacher, we was wasn't listening, being third graders and shit. And she said, plane. All of us like, oh shit.
Oh, no, that's wild. That. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's wild.
I just rolled with you, G. I was like, yo, you can't do that. You did this to third graders because we wasn't listening. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and get into this episode, man. Of Attack on Culture.
When I put this through the Capt AI, that's just gonna say in memoriam of 9/11 on this podcast, bro. It's gonna say in memoriam.
Yo, it'd be crazy. The AI say, "No, pick it. Go ahead, post this." I'm like, yo. But let's go ahead and get into this. So, what's been going on in our world lately? So, with me, last episode we recorded, I did say, hey, look, I'm pretty much getting back in the game consistently, and I have been sticking to my word with that. Astro Bob been playing that, but I've been started Cyberpunk again. Well into Act 2 at this point, so I've been playing the past 2 days. It would have started last week, but we'll talk about it later. PSN said, fuck y'all. So, look, I couldn't play shit. So it really threw me off with that.
So
But
you so right now, because I gotta ask Chaz where Tierra at. Because right now, Benos, shout out to Benos, homie. This girl just finished the game, and
Yeah.
she's now playing. She's playing God of War.
hey, shout out to
So,
man.
Chris, man, you gotta lock
Look.
in, man. Lock in,
Look,
man.
the main thing is
Lock in, man.
I'm good, G. Look, I'm good, and as long as I don't get stuck in doing odd job hell, which is my biggest weakness with open world games, because it's just, hey, fuck it, I'm good. But overall, I'm at least past the part where I said fuck this game at one point, because at that point, that's when the watch allegations really started. So I'm past that point. But either way, just the new version in itself, because it's like, damn, this really is a different game in itself when I first played it. And I'm like, okay, this is really fucking different now. Also, they changed Johnny's outfit, which threw me off, because I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, this is not the outfit he had on when I first played this game.
Oh, you can toggle it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm about to toggle it back, because I'm like, what do you mean they changed his outfit? But either way, shout out to that. But either way, game cool. Like it's really, like I said, I see why like it's very highly loved, even though it release was ass. Being a OG player, it was ass. But and it killed my PS5. It still is the reason why I put it on my watch allegations. When my PS5 died, it changed everything. It really did.
This
But
nigga got forced to retirement. It's crazy.
that was the worst time in ever. Either way, it is what it is. But I am enjoying the game in itself. So next episode, hopefully most of the way there. We'll see.
That main story is not long, Chris. So like,
I know.
You literally can just tackle that. If you dedicated like a solid like 2 days of like, not necessarily playing all the time, but if you dedicated like a solid time, like a solid like 2 days of your week to just do main story stuff, you'll beat the game.
But I wouldn't say he played Cyberpunk then, because that game
It's big as hell.
because of everything outside of the main story.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Bro, because I swear to God, if you tell me that you ain't finished the Pan Am storyline, but you said Takamura, don't talk to me no more, bro. It's a good week before you talk to me.
So you telling me now, fuck Takamura?
Yeah, bro, the game, bro.
I save him because his ending credits when you do the Pan Am ending is so good.
No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, like, bro, do everything you. I don't care. You watched, Chris. It's okay. Do everything you possibly can do in that game until you get to where it say meet Takamura at the parade or something like that. But do everything you can do before that. Now I'm not talking about like the crime stuff and doing all that, but I'm talking about like act like you get, bro. Me and Cam played that game when it was the worst of the worst.
I know. Look.
And we still enjoyed ourselves at that time. You are playing the pristine version of that game.
The massive version of the game. Playing the massive.
Yeah, you're playing the actual game.
You're playing the actual game. I ain't even gonna hold you. I got 60, 70 platinums. I give up all my platinums to play that game like it's the first time again, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. So enjoy it. Savor it. You ever went to a steakhouse? You ain't just chew, swallow, pause. You let it marinate on your tongue. Pause again. So you gotta let it marinate, bro. Enjoy. Even do the Riverwood storyline. Even do that, bro.
You really don't gotta do that.
Once you're done with that, before you beat the game, the DLC is probably one of the best expansion packs ever created, bro. So like, lock in, man. That's all I gotta say. Lock in, bro.
But yeah, so either way, I'm enjoying it. Then on to the anime side of things, because I haven't watched Invincible yet. I might just binge. I'm probably just gonna let everything drop and just binge it. It just makes life easier for me for that one. But Daima we're gonna say that for later because that's gonna go into our main discussion. But shout out. the Red Ranger Isekai. Look, this is probably one of the funniest anime of this season, and I solely because of the Sentai shit. Just watch last week's episode because I'm an episode behind on it, bro. This nigga, it's the over reliance of the Megazord that kills me because he uses it for anything, small enemies. So finally, a situation arises where the enemy gets big, and they mention, "Oh, this is the real purpose of the Megazord when you defeat the enemy and they get big." I was in tears. I was like, "All right, G," and he said, "You know what? Let me be smart about this. Not to destroy the town. I'm gonna take the enemy to space." So factor in, this is an isekai fantasy world. The characters are like, "Wait, we're gonna take them to heaven?" No, they saw space and they was like, "What is this?" So they lied that there's no heaven after the clouds. I was like, "Gee, this is
top of the whole religious organization."
I was like, "This is insane." But either way, it's really hilarious if you just don't take it seriously and just factor in the Power Ranger logic with everything. But it's really good. Solo leveling. Look, last week's episode was that if we recorded would have been an episode 19 hype discussion.
Yeah.
Look, animation on point, consequences of everything get just like a rising with everything. And our boy Jin Woo, or as we previously used to call him, Chad Woo. Was it Chad Woo or was it
his new name is Oral Farming Woo. Man does absolutely
oral guy. He's an oral farmer now.
Unnecessary, but just the most unnecessary stuff ever. I need a compilation of unnecessary stuff Jin Woo does when he could just easily just defeat the boss. Because that stuff was, and also he bogus too. Because the captain dude, I forgot what his name was. The fact that he just let that dude get tossed up and down like that, pause, but like the up and down, then all of a sudden he just decided to save him when he's on the brink of death. You hold him, Jin Woo. You hold him.
you literally let that manhood get toyed with. Is insane. But great episode for last week. Then on this week's episode was more of the look, the whole world knows he raw as hell now, G. This was this week's episode. The whole world knows he's S rank. Plus, we're starting to get to the better Ants arc among anime. So get ready for that. We're starting to get teases for that, even though I really think they're gonna end on a cliffhanger with that. Because I think it's only 12 episodes this season. So I think it's gonna be the cliffhanger for that. He's gonna wrap up what he's doing in the that fire world that he's in, training in at that. So I think they're going to end with the cliffhanger to the ant arc. So Hunter x Hunter fans, get ready to hold that L because you're going to see the superior ants in this world, and they're actually going to do business until the oral farming legend himself pops up and solo these niggas. But Solo level been cool. Sakamoto days, look, man, excellence, consistency, G. That's just excellence in itself. I'm enjoying it. This week's episode was good. They the sniper episode where dude literally says all I can do is just snipe, bro, and he made Sakamoto sweat. And Sakamoto told the man, "Look, you grazed me. You actually kind of raw. You kind of raw. I still beat you, but you still raw though, man." That was good. And then last week's episode was cool as well with him beating the hard boiled guy, and just revealing his using his skinny form as well. That was good. The Sakamoto Day's been really great, and I feel like that's really it for me. Oh yeah, Don Machi's back. Is back as well. That and ReZero came back these past couple of weeks. As in anime that had to take an animation break, which is insane. Stop doing this shit. We talked about it previously, but watched the first 2 episodes of The Return. Pretty good animation, good choreography, fights. ReZero was really good as well. That's really all I gotta say with them. It's been good. It's just you took me out of everything when you take that long ass break. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? So
yeah. I can piggyback that, but I didn't even know that ReZero was back.
See,
And so I'm 2 episodes behind, and I don't care. So I'll probably watch it tomorrow while I'm doing some stuff for work. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you take 3-month-long breaks and expect me to care when it comes back. I'm just going to take my time to catch up on it. But aside from that, no major updates. I'm not going to give you any synopsis for any of the anime. Nothing really interesting happened. Aside maybe 100 girlfriends, they introduced a masochist. That's pretty, there's that. And the mom is still a pedophile. So there you go.
Very.
And then Invincible season 3, that's been the big thing. I think we're 4 episodes in. Shout out. If this was season 2, they would have been taking a break right now. But they learned their lessons. And as someone who recently, I've said that I've caught up with, I literally binged the entire 3 volumes of comics. They're doing really good at adapting it. It's been the storyline they're doing is really solid. A lot of the kind of there's a lot of stuff that they are foreshadowing in that season, and they're doing a really good job. For people who read the comics, we know what's happening. We know what's going to come up on. And, I'm not a bitch ass nigga, so I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, and we'll get into that later. So, in light of me not being the bitches ass nigga known to man, I'm not going to spoil anything and tell you to just enjoy the show at your own pace. If you want to check out the comics, you can indeed. But the trajectory of where the show is going, I think it's going to end off on a really, really good pace. I like the way that they're handling Eve and Mark's relationship. Very different than they did it in the comic books, very different. But not very different, but the way they started the relationship was different in terms of in the show they had Mark approach Eve, but in the comics it's literally a panel of Eve walking to Mark's room. This is when they were in college, and she goes "Oh, you're single, let's get together." So they kind of switched up a lot of things in that aspect. The portrayal of his brother and kind of his dynamic of being Omni-Man Junior and stuff like that, that's been good. And also the way they're handling sort of Mark's philosophy when it comes to murder and the reason why he's wearing that blue and dark suit. A lot of things are going in a really great direction from what I'm seeing. And 2 things can be true. So I just want to put that out. Is season 3 really good? Yes. Is the animation the best? No. Animation is not the best. There's a lot of times I'm just this looks ugly. I'm sorry. It just does. And again, I don't have an animation PhD. I'm not saying that it needs to be, super amazing, but Netflix is just your moneymaker. Put more money into the animation. But I'm still enjoying season 3 on Amazon. But yeah, that's Invisible season 3. Detro can talk more, give his thoughts when he gets his turn. Video games. So two things. Marvel Rivals. Just a slight mini rant. I don't like y'all. I still don't like y'all. So that hasn't changed. That update hasn't changed. But I'm talking to all of you people. We're talking diamond higher when we can start banning niggas. Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to stop listening to these top 500 and streamers when it comes to banning people, because I don't understand your philosophy. Can we stop banning Bruce Banner? I'm not a Bruce Banner main, by the way, so don't even say this. Stop banning Bruce Banner because you heard a top 500 or a streamer say, well, Bruce Banner enables Doctor Strange and Iron Man. And it's if you get rid of them, you get rid of Doctor Strange. No, you don't. Because guess what? Doctor Strange is still, even without Hulk, I main Doctor Strange. And I can tell you the amount of games I've had where I didn't have a Bruce Banner and I still beat the shit out of niggas, bro. Doctor Strange is still the best tank with or without Bruce Banner. So if you're talking about why not ban Doctor Strange? And if you're talking about Iron Man is still really good without Bruce Banner. And there's so many heroes that counter Iron Man. Hella, Punisher, Hawkeye, Namor, so many heroes that you could pick. Spider-Man, a lot of melee characters. There are so many heroes you could pick to counter Iron Man. It's insane. So stop listening to pro players. And another thing, everybody keeps complaining about the triple support meta. Everybody. But y'all don't ban the people that enable the triple support meta. Why does it take me telling you to ban Luna Snow to ban Luna Snow? Why does it take me telling you to ban Invisible Woman or ban Cloak and Dagger? Why you need to ban these heroes that enable the triple support meta to be so strong. You wonder why you get into games where you have a Luna Snow. Again, Luna Snow still has the best ult in the game. That's 12 seconds of stall. So you have a Luna Snow. I am ready to put on a show, followed by Us Against the World, which is Cloak and Dagger. That's gets a good like 7 seconds of stall. And they, for shits and giggles, they pick a Loki. And guess what Loki's gonna do? He's gonna copy Luna Snow and he's gonna put on a show for 12 seconds. So that's like almost 30 seconds of stall time that could be avoided if you knew how to ban your heroes correctly. So do us all a favor. Stop being sheep. Use some critical thinking skills. And when you're banning characters in ranked, stop banning Bruce Banner. And if you are tired of triple support, ban the enablers that make triple support good. Please and thank you. All right, rant over. And then another game that came out. February is stacked, by the way. I mean, again, for people who don't play video games, we know we don't play video games. But for people who play video games like myself and Daytrail, this is a stacked month. It's crazy. 3 straight starting with this Friday, Valentine's Day Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself with your special someone. My special someone is my controller. So, this Friday, the sequel, so Legend of Heroes Trails into Daybreak, which was one of my top RPGs. Check out that video if you haven't, by the way. One of my top RPGs of 2024. Sequel just came out on Friday, so Trails into Daybreak 2. Been loving it so far. Not too far into the game, but it's really good. Next Friday is Like a Dragon, Yakuza Pirate. And then next Friday after that is Monster Hunter Wild. So like 3 straight Fridays of straight bangers for me. It's a good time to be a gamer. It's a good time to be a diverse gamer. If you're just a gamer who plays Call of Duty and stuff, I feel sorry for y'all, bro. Your palette is trash. Fix it. But that's it as far as gaming is concerned. On to movies. I'm going to talk about another movie later, but another movie that I saw recently, at the time of this recording, it would be last Friday, called Love Hurts. I highly recommend you see the movie. It is really good. An action romance, I think they like to call it, starring, I'm probably going to butcher his name, but Ki Hua Kwan. I probably butchered that name, but he was, if you've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, he was the husband character. He's played in some other roles, but that's the one that I remember him from the most. But it's really good. Dude he reminds me a lot of like Jackie Chan in terms of like some of the like Rush Hour, like those films like that, the action that he performs in those. So I highly recommend you check it out if you have not. It is great. Honestly, I think it's a lot better than the movie that I'm going to talk about later. So if you're going to the theaters anytime in February and you're like, which movie should I see? You should check out Love Hurts. I think you will like it. And that's it for me.
All right, Trail.
Yeah. For me, I was hoping I'd win second because it would have been an ecstatic amount of time to say I finally watched something, which is Invincible. And Kale talked about it already, but Invincible for me has been the highlight. What is it called? Invincible Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Thursdays.
Invincible Thursdays is probably the best Thursday I have had so far this year. We're not going to get to spoiler territory, but like Cam said, the foreshadowing is foreshadowing, especially that 4th episode, which dang near foreshadowed the last chapter of the 3rd book, which is insane. It's really, 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 really good. It's messed up that Chris did not watch this episode because it was broken down so perfectly with Mark's storyline and Omni-Man's storyline. It was like they even gave an end credit scene for Mark stuff to get on to Omni-Man stuff. And then your favorite character popped up. I'm not spoiling it for the viewers, but I'm spoiling it for you.
Oh, yeah.
You don't care about spoilers. Your favorite character popped up and it was, I think they saw the love that character got in the first season. It was like, let's pad that up like 1 million.
Yeah.
Like people said, even though I think Rexplode probably gets his own miniseries, kind of like Adam Eve got hers, I think, especially if what happens, Rexplode probably get his own.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
It would be good if the character that I'm talking about get his own one, because I think that will break records of us just watching the origins of said character.
You'll give me weekly.
Huh?
I'll be weekly.
Yeah,
I will be weekly.
I would like to say this, but what made Invincible episode 4 darn near a perfect episode. What made Invincible really good was what shows should do, but a lot of shows are scared of. A lot of shows like to try to take canon and super canon it. But the Cecil story was so needed for his character, bro.
Oh yeah.
So needed for his character. It made the perfect shit. Shaded great characters is always good characters, because they're the only characters, especially in comic books, that actually make sense. They're not goody two shoes. They're not super bad guys. They do the things that's supposed to happen. Hate me, or not hate me. Cecil as a character is put in such an odd position to protect the Earth against people he know dang well he can't do nothing about.
You can either be a hero or you can save the world.
Exactly. That quote was so fire.
That shit is fire.
It's so fire, bro. I was like, bro, imagine. And that's just where storytelling really hits the mark. People who are going to make TV shows and stuff, especially if you're trying to make it like a shonen or something like that. When you are creating characters, when you make an episode like this, you have what they did with Cecil. They made us hate Cecil from season 1 all the way to half of season 2 to 3. They made us hate him, or they made you think, oh yeah, Cecil's the bad guy. But when they throw an episode like this, it flips the narrative and then makes you start thinking about like, well, is what Mark doing the right thing? Like, is what Mark? And it goes back to me saying this, and I don't know if this is really a spoiler type thing, but I want to ask you, Cam, do you think they do the Dr. Sword stuff?
Ooh, I think because it is such a pivotal moment of him wearing that dark and blue. Because the purpose of this season for Mark's character is to mark, no pun intended, a transition in his philosophy when it comes to how he acts as a superhero. That's the fundamental reason why he changes his suit. And that part right there is the most pivotal moment out of everything that happens when he wears that suit. That is the one that like makes him really rethink a lot of shit. They gotta touch that moment.
I think cinema illiterate people, I don't know what to call them. That sounds so bad. But
cinema illiterate is crazy.
But people who don't, like, when you consume media, you're not supposed to just take it face value most of the time. You're supposed to try to see what the people are trying to convey. Like, in that, if you was reading Invisible in the book just to catch up, you would have been like, hey, yo, this is completely out of left. What is this? Because I had to read it a couple times and be like, bro, what is this? But it is a very crazy moment. That happens a lot in Invisible, in which you question. Like, and I think in Invisible, they do it better than what the boys do. The boys nail on the superheroes can be bad people and things of that nature. Like, they nail it in your brain, like, completely. But with Invincible, it's kind of like, you question what you see and you question the action. Because even Nolan, like, he's a Viltrumite. And he was literally just doing his job, but he fell in love with an Earth woman. But in Nolan's mind, he's not the bad guy. He's trying to save his race. Would you do the same exact thing? So Invincible is really good. Again, if you watch the show, like, at face value, of course you'd be like, it's all right. But if you watch it and try to like get the themes from it and stuff like that, I encourage people to do that with everything you watch, not just watch it because somebody told you watch this show is popular. It hurts sometimes when you watch something like The Boys and you get hammered with the thing that you know what they're trying to say, but they're hammered as if you're dumb. So it cooks you. But with Invincible, it's like, man, like Invincible Thursdays has been amazing. I've been telling it in chat. Season 2 is a filler season. It's the Mount Arc. It's the sad Naruto arc here when they turn back to kids in Shippuden.
They didn't understand the assignment. That's what
it's the Goku and Piccolo getting his driver's license. It's straight filler, bro. It's straight filler. This right here, Cam touched on the Adam, Eve, and Mark relationship. Feels way better than it did in the comic. In the comic, it really just felt like, you're a superhero? Yeah. I'm a superhero. Yeah. Might as well start cracking.
It's like they broke the fourth wall with it in the comics. Like there's like we know you guys want to see them together, so here they are. It's a here nigga damn moment.
Also, the narrator gets me every time that nigga pops up in the show, because you know somebody about to get some guts. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
But, all in all, bro, Invincible, like kudos to you. But I kid you not, the last episode might break the internet, bro. And I'm not trying to hype people up. Because we got what? It's 8 episodes, we're on episode 4. So I think we got 4 or 3 left. Everything that happens from now on is just straight. You think it's the Mark's Angst at art. He's just gonna be like, what's going on? It is like, and then that last episode will really probably, if they do it the way they did it, even 1-for-1 in the comics. And that's when Invincible, I know we said it last time, but that's when Invincible really start kicking. And when nigga shows up. So, all in all, Invincible has been amazing. For games, my PS5 is trying to crank a crisp PS5. So I got some condensed air on the way. And I got to probably try to clean it out because it's overheating on me. So I really haven't been able to play some PS5 games. Sony, count your days. Count your days.
We got a special segment for y'all bitch ass niggas.
Count your days. But I've been playing Balatro. If it looks like I'm stressed out, it is because of that game. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost hair follicles because of that game. I had nothing really else to play because like I said, PS5 game shut off really fast for me. I get like 30 minutes. So I've been playing Balatro. Niggas know what Balatro is at this point because niggas were mad it was at the Game Awards. If you know, you know. If you know, you definitely effing know. And I think, this is a teensy-wincy piece of Gotcha on the Gotcha, but Dokkan Anniversary, we've been playing it. Part 2 has kicked my butt. I don't spend money on the game, so it hasn't kicked my wallet's butt. But I wasted time yesterday. Was it yesterday, Cam?
When the banners dropped, it was Friday.
Yeah, was it yesterday? Friday. I wasted my time Friday. Wasted all of it. How you wasted every inch, and I said inch, every second of time. So shout out to Dokkan. Where my last stream stones at? Word to Extra. Where are my last stream stones? Y'all said we was gonna get these stones at this certain amount of time. Where are they? But all in all, February is a great month. I cannot wait till these games come out. Oh my God, I can't wait. I got so many ideas for certain things, but all in all, man, it's been good.
That's what's up. So let's go ahead, move on. Cam, you went to see Captain America and the Brave New World, aka Flying Tupac the movie. So I haven't went to go see it yet, but I don't care about spoilers. But by the time this is out,
I'm not gonna spoil much at all. I mean, like the honest to God, the trailers really spoiled a lot of the fucking movie.
Yeah, I believe it.
like if you've seen pretty much any of those trailers, with the exception, because I'll say one good thing that the movie does is that at least from all the trailers I've seen, is that they don't spoil the main villain. So I'm not gonna spoil who the main villain of the movie is, but you've seen Red Hulk is in the movie. Obviously, it's Harrison Ford's character who plays President. Forgot what his name is.
President Ross.
Yeah, President Ross. But I'll say this: people are overreacting, overhating on this movie. I think people said it was on Rotten Tomatoes. It was or IMDb. I don't know which site it was, but they had rated it as the 3rd worst MCU movie. Y'all are on crack. Correction. The fans
have been giving positive reviews.
I'm saying the critics,
media, pretty much the news.
I think it said. I don't know if it was Rotten Tomato or IMDb.
Oh, you was right. It was,
It was Rotten Tomatoes. It was at a 48.
Yeah, I'm saying it was the third worst rated MCU. Y'all on crack. I've seen every MCU movie up to date. Nowhere near.
There's 2 bad Thor movies, G.
Nowhere near
Bad Thor movies.
Eternals.
To me, it's 3. But
It's Eternals. Like I don't know what y'all smoking on, man. Cause like that, there's nowhere that movie's. If I were to rate these movies as far as like in the Captain America movies alone, the 4 Captain America movies. Now I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't consider Captain America 3 a Captain America movie. It's in a fucking Avengers movie. Civil War is an Avengers movie. I do not consider it a Captain America movie at all, especially in terms of his character, because nothing happens with his character in that movie. He's just on. I gotta say Bucky. I gotta say Bucky. I gotta say Bucky. No character development. It is a straight Avengers movie. So if we're talking Captain America 1, 2, and 4, Winter Soldier, goated. It's number 1. I would say this is number 2. I think the first Captain America movie is mid as hell.
Ass. It's ass.
A lot of the origin movies, except for probably Iron Man 1, is
mid to ass.
Yeah,
Mid to ass. So I'd say this is the second best Captain America movie.
And Black Panther. Put some respect on Black Panther. That's probably the best one. It's probably the best one.
But yeah, I don't think it's okay. I think this movie is okay. It's not bad. It's not great. And me and my mom had the same sentiments as when we watched the movie. It's like it wasn't bad, wasn't great. I think I really do feel for Anthony Mackie, because a lot of people and this is just the type of culture we live in when it comes to media that I just absolutely hate, is that a lot of people are going to blame this movie's performance on DEI. And they're gonna make it is like, this is why it should be. And I'm gonna tell you this, as someone who just recently watched the movie, there is like literally no moments in the film where Anthony Mackie like looks at the camera and goes like,
I'm black.
They don't like me because I'm black. No moments. Like straight up, his entire arc in that movie is dealing with the fact that he feels like and it's not even because he feels like, because Steve Rogers' legacy is so he considers Steve Rogers' legacy as Captain America so great, he feels like he's just not good enough. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's black. It just has to, when he's comparing his role as Captain America compared to what Steve Rogers accomplished as Captain America, he feels less than. So it is, and that's his crucial arc in that movie. I'm not going to spoil everything else, but it is. I think that you're going to be entertained. I should say that. So if you're seeing this movie from like, hey, I just want to, 1 hour, 30-minute advertisement, I want to be entertained. You're going to be entertained. I think the characters are great. The acting is great. The story, as far as the plot, is man. It's okay. It's not nothing. It's something that if you like think of it on it too much, you'll notice all the flaws. But at a surface level, it's okay for the average non-comic book MCU stan, whatever. You're gonna enjoy it. So I think that like a lot of the stuff surrounding this movie is being overplayed for the sake of views, engagement, or whatever you want to have to say. I think overall, as far as like if we're talking about, because you saying that this is the third worst movie in the fucking slops that we've gotten in phase 4 and phase 5 tells me just, go on social media. If you got a YouTube channel, whatever. I want you to say this out loud. And I'm actually going to say that this is also something that I'm going to bring back when we talk about our clowns. Say this to the camera. Just say, I don't like black people. And I'll respect you a lot more. Just say it. Just say, I don't like black people. I don't like to see y'all in films. I don't like to hear y'all play music. I don't like to see y'all succeed. I just don't like y'all. And I will respect you a lot more. Stop trying to tiptoe the conversation when you're talking about movies like this in terms of like, well, the plot or, but Steve Rogers and Chris Evans, just say you don't like black people. and call it a day.
Simple as
But
that, man.
yeah, but if I were to give this movie a rating, I'd give it like a solid 7. It's okay.
Can I say one thing real quick? Because I was avid Marvel hater, and not hater in the sense that I want what it wants. I literally hate Marvel. Marvel hater. Some of the stuff I saw, I just wanted to tell the fan base, make up y'all mind. I was looking at some of the reviews, and one of the reviews said, too many Easter eggs to Marvel movies and stuff like that, can't stand alone on its own. If this movie came out with no Easter eggs to any other Marvel thing, y'all would have said, don't link up to the actual universe like any other Marvel movie.
There was like only one. And I don't even know what they're talking. There's only one. There's a cameo. You probably know who it is, but there's a cameo in the film.
You talking about a senator? You talking about the senator?
Yeah. So there's a cameo in the film that's pointing to a future Marvel movie that's coming out later on this year. Yeah. And then the end credit scene, there's only one end credit scene. I forgot to mention that. There's only one after credit scene. I'm going to tell you that if you don't know comic books, because I know a little bit of comic book stuff. I'm not a savant. Me and my mom, we watched the after credit scene and we were like, okay, what the fuck is he talking about? It like, we don't know what hero, villain, or whatever future 2-hour advertisement that they're pointing to. We don't know any, like, it is the most like, it's a nothing burger after credit scene. Unless you're a diehard comic book fan and you can point out whatever the hell the dude's talking about. But I don't even know what they're talking about at that point. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of Easter eggs. So, just say you don't like black people.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Simple as that, man. That might be the title for this episode. Just say you don't like black people. Simple as that. But let's go ahead and get into news. While we on topic of MCU, so while we was away, 2 MCU trailers dropped. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four trailer is pretty much the one that most people were most hyped about. Even both of these movies will be coming out at the end of this year, I believe. Yeah. So don't look out for those. But Fantastic Four, everybody was like, Fantastic Four gonna restore the feeling, which should. But the trailer don't really say much. Clearly, it goes back to like rumors of what the plot was supposed to be. Like this Fantastic Four is coming from another universe or whatever. Clearly, pretty much it's established that they already got their powers and that they're kind of already known and loved in this universe. And clearly, we get that. Plus, on top of it all, Galactus comes out in the trailer, so we know he's the main villain, and we might see where this leads to everything else. But trailer itself looks like it's nothing I can say. It follows the MCU trailer plot. Gives you some jokes, teases who the villain is, gives you some little slice of life shit that they going through and all of that. Nothing much to really see here. I'm just glad we're not getting a full-on origin because we saw it 3 different times. We know how the hell Fantastic Four became the Fantastic Four. So,
4th time's your charm. Maybe this time they'll get it right.
We'll see. Either way, at this point, they stuck with who they stuck with. My only main gripe is the Thing do look short as fuck.
I don't like his CGI. It just doesn't look right. Like when I look at him in the trailers, he doesn't look right. Like I understand that obviously he's supposed to be an ugly ass rock monster. That's the whole thing. But like I'm talking about the CGI. Like it's like you look at certain things in Medium and you could tell that like, oh, it's computer generated, whatever, right? But you look at the Thing in that trailer and you're just like, y'all need to give these people some raises, bro, and start treating them like actual human beings.
Raises, but I'll just say this: they can just be real. Just put a fucking rock suit on the nigga.
Could do practical effects, but
just put the rock suit on and just enhance it CGI. That'll be probably better, probably a little cheaper. But look, man, I'm not in them places. It makes sense, but
niggas like Cam always say, bro, the biggest media company in the world is the cheapest one, bro. That's y'all don't understand. It used to be a bit, and I'll just say I clown Marvel Wu out the camp. Bro, I literally don't like anything that they make, bro. And it's not hate off of like what other niggas that hate Marvel for. I love diversity. I love inclusivity. I love equality. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. I want to see more black people. More women in roles. I hate it because they spoon feed people movies and pander to their fan base like they're children. Right? We saw the Shadow of Galactus and like, oh my God, it's Galactus.
Galactus is gonna be a movie. That means it's gonna be a good movie.
Why? Because Marvel don't recycle villains. So after they bought Galactus, one of the strongest beings in the universe is just gone.
In the saga where Kang is supposed to be the big bad.
Bro, Jonathan Majors is currently being a bodybuilder right now. Kang, guess what happened to Kang? Got beat up by some ants. Over. Dunzo. But yeah, like, I just don't know. Like, also the rock suit is terrible. I mean, not it looks like him, but I just hate the CGI, bro. Because it looks so out of place. It looks extremely out of place. And sometimes how the Hulk looks in like Avengers movie, especially when it got like Mark Ruffalo's face, I'm like, he just looks weird. But I don't know. That's not going to stop a billion people from going to go see that movie. It's not going to stop a billion people from going to rave, talk about how it's the greatest movie of all time. I don't wish it failed. Part of me saying I wish it failed because I don't have to hear about it. But I don't wish it failed because I don't want nobody to miss out on no money. I want everybody to get all the money they can possibly get. Especially, times we live in. But just pay your VXF artists. Please pay them livable wages.
Treat them like human beings.
Treat them like human beings. Treat them like they the reason your movies are actually good. I just want to say something, go back on two things. Critics has been giving a whole bunch of movies crazy low scores because the movie that you talked about, Love Hurts, you don't want to know what they gave that movie, bro.
Oh yeah, them niggas, they tweaking, bro. That movie's absolutely fire.
They gave that 18 on Rotten Tomatoes, bro. I ain't never seen nothing that low in my life.
They're tweaking. That movie was great.
I saw the fans saying it was great.
It's a fun movie. It is a great action movie. So no, they're tweaking.
But shout out to Paddington. Paddington 94. Ain't no such thing as a bad Paddington movie. But yeah, what's the next movie coming out, Chris?
Thunderbolts, which I'll let Cam talk about that one.
Yeah.
I will say this about Thunderbolts trailer. Shout out to for the first 5 seconds they show my nigga Bunk from the Wire, G, and he's still wearing them big ass suits. My man's Bunk. He's still wearing big suits.
And that baby girl from
Seinfeld too.
The show Seinfeld. Shout out to them for having two.
Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, shout out for them having two fire Vanessas. Vanessa Kirby and Sue Storm is 2 for 2 this year as far as representation. Our rivals, Premium Milk. So I'm gonna say Premium Milk, and then Vanessa Kirby. Great choice for Sue Storm, and then I think it's Vanessa Pugh, right? Or is that her name? Vanessa Pugh? Oh no, it's Florence Pugh. I don't know why I said Vanessa, but Florence Pugh. Can't go wrong with her, man. I love her, man. She's so good. But I have had a lot of wavering expectations in Phase 4. I think Phase 4, I want to say like Phase 4 is probably the worst if I look back at it for MCU. But Phase 5 has been giving me hope, slight hope. And I have, like I said, I went into Flying Tupac with some expectations, and I thought it was solid for what it was. But I'm actually really hopeful for this movie because I like a lot of the actors. I like their portrayals in the MCU movies. Like I don't know what she calls herself, Black Widow Jr., whatever. I don't know what Florence Pugh's character's name is. Ghost from Ant-Man and Wasp. I love that movie. I liked her as a kind of the villain of the movie. I don't really know about Taskmaster because Black Widow sucked. The movie sucked. But I did like what's it called? The Red Guardian. I like him. So like a lot of the characters, and I like Bucky as well. So I like the ensemble of characters they have because they are established characters. We know where they're from. They've had their own little arcs or whatever, and I'm interested to see who they go. I think they said it was Spectre or something like that. It's supposed to be the villain or something like that. I don't know who that is. Again, I'm not a comic savant, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
He's a deep cut.
But the Sentry is supposed to be in that movie.
Oh, Sentry
is supposed to fight the Sentry.
I don't know who that is.
The Sentry is one of Marvel Comics Superman.
Oh,
like
okay.
Superman clone. You ever seen that picture of like the guy with like the blonde hair, like really swole with a fat S on his belt?
Yeah.
That's the Sentry.
Oh, okay.
I think he ripped somebody in half too, or something like that.
Well, he's gonna get pistol whipped. So shout out to that.
I think about to get beat up with an arm.
Hey, look, man,
you got to get pistol whipped to death. So shout out to that. But yeah, it looks good. Like I didn't look at that trailer and facepalm. The ensemble of characters look good. The comedy, for the most part, from what they showed in the trailer, looks like it's going to be solid. The message of redemption for all of those characters, I think, is a good message. It's a solid foundation to build upon with it concerns with every single character that's on there. So I'm looking forward to it. That's it. I can't say too much. I have my hopes up, but I am prepared to be disappointed because, like I said, Phase 4 and Phase 5 is I can't say the sound effect, but it's some stink lines. But it's a few little like, you feel me? It's a few like little diamonds in there in that shit pile. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. We got Overwatch 2 news.
Yep. So the Overwatch 2 spotlight. All right. So I get it. You know, Marvel Rivals, we all like to hate. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I am actually getting tired of y'all niggas when it comes to this kind of stuff. Y'all are corny now. I am not. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. So before anybody goes like, oh, Blizzard cut. Like, here's my thing. A lot of y'all came into the Overwatch 2 spotlight ready to hate on it. I need y'all to realize that this is a good thing. Wanting Overwatch 2 to be good is a good thing, because if Overwatch 2 is good, then that means that Marvel Rivals has to step up their pace. We don't ever want to be in a situation, because this was the same thing that happened with the DCEU and the MCU. We don't want to be in a situation where one is just a clear superior and everybody just clowns on the other one, and the one that's superior just goes like, just could be complacent and just put out anything and everything and you'll eat it up. Overwatch 2 being good is a good thing overall for hero shooters. So I came into this, again, I get it. Ha ha he he, Marvel Rivals, you know, it overshadows it. That's cool. We had our nice little 2 months of fun with that. But I really do hope, and some of the stuff that they showcased in the spotlight was something I'm like, okay, I could see that. I'm already out the gate. I'm gonna clown you for bringing loot boxes back, because again, you can tell the absolute shit state that the industry is in when people are celebrating the return of loot boxes. Now, obviously, we know that they're probably not gonna. I hope they don't charge for it. I hope it's just tied to like leveling up or doing certain game modes. But if they charge for it, y'all are some fucking clowns for wanting this shit back. But as far as everything else they talk about, like the perks gameplay, the stadium, hero bans, map bans, like these are things that I've been asking for, like especially with map bans, because I'm telling you this right now, I don't ever want to touch a push the robot mode ever again in my life, because that mode sucks. But a lot of this stuff that they showed off is really good. The new hero, I haven't seen too much of her gameplay, but you know, she's a waifu, so shout out to World 34. Gonna go crazy with her. But a lot of stuff that they showed off that they're preparing for in these future seasons are stuff that I'm like, okay, I'm not going in like, oh, Overwatch 2 is back, baby, yeah. But I'm going like, okay, you're you're stepping in the right direction, because and as much as they like to cap and say, oh, this is stuff that we've been had in development for you, we know the reason why you're doing this is because of Marvel Rivals. We know, and that's a good thing. Again, that is a good thing. It means that they are aware that there's competition, and that competition is making them make their product better. And if Overwatch 2, if a year later, this is my ideal scenario when it comes to this situation. I want to be in a situation where I boot up my game and I dead ass have to fight myself over what I want to play. I want to be able to go like, shit, do I want to play Marvel Rival? But Overwatch 2 is having this event. And I want to play some ranked in Overwatch 2. I want to have that. I think that's a good problem to have. A good problem to have is you turn on your game and you're like, damn, do I want to play Overwatch 2 or do I want to play Marvel Rivals? It should never. I don't ever want to be in a situation where Overwatch 2 sucks. I just got to play Marvel Rivals. So at the end of the day, I think a lot of things that they covered in this spotlight, I'm not going to overly praise it, but I do think that they are stepping in the right direction, and that is a good thing. And that's it for me. I don't know if you want to add anything, Daytro.
No.
Simple as that. Moving on. So we got some quick news involving Evo. So if you don't know what Evo is, Evo is one of the biggest pro gaming tournaments that everybody knows of. It takes place in Vegas. So they announced a lineup for this year, and pretty much, wait, hold on, I don't think it's the right one. Cam that you put in the thing. Oh, here we go. So yeah, so pretty much, I know Tekken 8 is the main headliner for this year for Evo. So, hey, shout out to that. Then Street Fighter 6, Fatal Fury, Guilty Gear, Grand Blue. So shout out to our nigga Extra. I'm surprised Mortal Kombat 1 is on here. That shit ass. And yeah, those would be the main ones. But yeah, so those will be the main ones. But I think Tekken 8 is the main event headliner this year. So shout out to Tekken 8 when it comes to that. Thoughts?
No.
Nope. Cool. All right. Hey, look, we watch it and then we get hyped, then we move on. Now, which one do we want to go positive? Do we want to go negative with PlayStation first? That's how we're going about.
What is the positive?
The state of play.
Oh, can I get this?
Knock this shit. Yeah, knock this shit over with. Hey, Chris, get the clown music ready for the other one.
Oh damn, we're gonna double it up. All right, cool. Go ahead and talk state of play.
Let me get the state of play out the way. Oh, let me pause so the cap cut can get it correctly. All right, so the PlayStation State of Play happened this week on Wednesday.
Thursday.
Huh?
It was Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry. Not good with days. Unemployment. All right, so it was a State of Play that was one of the State of Plays of all time.
Oh God.
The games, and I'm gonna list all the games that they showed. Shinobi, Sonic Racing Cross World, Digimon, I'm not saying the rest of that name. Lost Souls Aside, Borderlands 4, Split Fiction, Directive 8020, FNAF, which is Five Nights at Freddy, Secret of the Mimic, The Midnight War, Darwin's Paradox, Warriors Abyss, Onimusha 2, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Snake Eater, Hell is Us, Dreams of Another, Days Gone Remaster, LOL, Tides of Annihilation, Metal Eden, Mind's Eye, and Sorrows. All those games were announced. Some of those games we knew was coming out. And a lot of these games are like the bottom half. I think when it goes from Tides of Annihilation, Metal Eden, Mind's Eye, and Sorrows, we won't see those until 2026. And I think the thing that really... So I'm on both sides of this whole State of Play. You can throw the Xbox Showcase in there too, of like this whole debacle thing. I understand that people want to see these games and want to see exclusives and stuff. I understand it take time. I understand this. But when I was speaking to Cam and them, he said something like, then don't show us if you don't have anything to show. And I completely agree with that. I think they know, Sony knows, because they're not stupid, how much people want to see Wolverine, how much people want to see Bloodborne remaster, how much people don't want to see but will eventually get another Horizon game, how people want to see another Naughty Dog, how many people. They know we want to see these things. They know we want another Gran Turismo. So if you don't got it coming to your station and state of play, you have to flat out and say, this state of play is dedicated to third-party
games.
Studios.
We will not be showing any first-party exclusives at all.
And then that's how you set the expectation for it. Another thing goes out to these game developers. If you are scared of GTA 6 releasing during your release date, tough cookie, bro. It's going to your game, no matter what, your game is going to collide with GTA 6. Niggas tried to do it with Baldur's Gate last year. We're going to release it a week after Baldur's Gate. 2 weeks. Some pussy-o game developer, and I didn't curse, but some pussy-o game developer came out and said, we're going to let y'all play Baldur's Gate, and then we're going to release the game afterwards. My nigga, we gonna still play Baldur's Gate when your game come out because it's Baldur's Gate. So like, just release your games, bro. I don't care. And my last thing to say about this whole state of play is Insomniac. I don't know what sweatshop they got you boys in. Just please tell us what's going on with Wolverine. Let us know what's getting cooked.
Blink twice if you okay, man.
I really hate the leakers that leaked that game because I'm pretty sure that's the reason we have no information on this game so far. But all in all, there's no excuse, Sony. You are a multi-billion-dollar company who has the largest market in terms of consoles, who is the number one console in Japan, the number one console in Europe, probably the number one console in China. I think you're probably the number one console in the States right now. You're the number one console globally. You make us pay outstanding prices for a subscription-based service. This is leading into what y'all about to talk about. You do all these things, at least you can let us know the roadmap for your first-party exclusives. Let us know. There are some good games like Lost Soul Aside that I think is a first-party exclusive that we should be getting this year. Fire game, Borderlands 4. I know a lot of people hate Borderlands 4, but I'm looking forward to it. There's great games that are coming out, but you condition your PlayStation fan base to be when a state of play happening, we're seeing something great. We didn't do it. You can't blame fans for having this condition. That's like saying if your mama is a fantastic cook and on Sundays you know she throw down, and if she throw down, you like, hey mom, you slacking. Moms can't get mad like that. Of course, thank you, mama, for making the food. I appreciate you. But this wasn't the best. It's the standards you set. If LeBron James averaged 10 points right now for the rest of the season, we're not going to say, oh, that's 40-year-old LeBron. That's okay. We're going to be like, nigga, you averaged 24 before the All-Star break, nigga. Do what you got to do. So, PlayStation, you conditioned your fans to be this way, to expect greatness, as it should be. Again, you are a multi-billion-dollar company. We expect greatness from you, but you fall short. And I hate to say it, I'm not about to become an Xbox guy. But when this financial situation get right, best believe there will be upgrades to a rig, bro. Because what y'all about to talk about, I never want to experience that ever again, bro.
Man, PC boy.
Man, you talking about experience ever again, G. You never went 26 days, nigga. Shit. But that was a great transition. So, unless you was living under a rock this past week and a half or whatever. So, let me make sure I get this date correctly. So, Friday evening, afternoon, February 17th, probably around I gotta go back and look at the group chat, but probably around 3:30, somebody said, hey, y'all play PSN work? I was at work man, probably just, my internet tweaking. When Daytra said, hey, PSN down, I was like, all right, we ain't looking good. And Chaz calls me and asks, "Hey," I'm like, "Nigga, I'm not on your. I'm at work. If I'm ever on G, trust me, I'll call and let you know." And from now, like, yep, it's an outage. Trending on Twitter for 18 hours, almost 24 hours. PlayStation, PSN was down, and we still don't know the reason why. To this day, we still don't know why. This is hilarious, especially as a survivor of the 2011 shutdown, where it went 23 days. It felt like 2 months where you could not play online. So for somebody like me back then, playing stuff like COD, I did enjoy playing COD online, but what was the funny part? Mortal Kombat 9 just came out around that time. So just giving a play-by-play. And I had to keep getting my ass kicked against Sadeo because she was broken as fuck back then. It was not fun. It was not fun. I'm gonna say this once again. It was not fun. So not being able to jump online and at least get my lick back on some losers back then was it. But hey, I'd take 18 hours over the 23 days. But either way, this is still unacceptable in my eyes. Just the whole thing about it, the lack of transparency as well is the very nasty part about it. And Sony, you should really be disappointed with when it comes to that, is the lack of transparency. You can't just hit people with the with that on the PlayStation Help Twitter page like, "Hey, we're working on it." Okay, there's no updates. You could at least gave a next morning, "Hey, we're still working on it, blah 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 blah." Roughly estimation, maybe before the day is over with. Cool. You told people nothing at all. And then over time, it took people just checking and doing random things to be like, "Oh, it's slowly starting to get back together. Oh, this is happening. Oh, okay. All I gotta do is restore my licenses and I can play some games." Didn't say nothing. We didn't even give people steps. It took the internet community working together to do this. And that's crazy. It is very crazy and sad and unfortunate. And I do feel bad for like people who really don't have single player games, or even all of us who game share. I think if we didn't game share, I think we would have been affected seriously, but we all do. So a lot of people do, matter of fact. So it fucks everything up for you can't even play your single player games. Shit, I didn't even want to play Mortal Kombat, G. I have the disc version. I did not want to play it. I wanted to play Cyberpunk. I wanted to play X, Y, and Z. Like, what the hell? So it was a really, I feel for a lot of people. Like, it's really frustrating. And then it goes back to what we talked about, I think, episodes ago. This is why you can't be an online only functioning console. Simple as that. This is why online only, or being forced to be online to play games, is a fatal flaw because of something like this. Because now you have a $600 console that you can't do nothing with at all, even if you have a disc, which is on top of that insane. So, Cam, I'll let you be.
Play clown music.
Oh yeah, my fault. I forgot to have that. I queued up, but go ahead. Freaking goofy.
I ain't gonna hold you. When I talk about the PS5,
put the camera on the spotlight.
When I talk about the PS5 years later, when I'm in my unk status, when I'm talking to my kids, I'm probably going to regard this as one of the worst gaming generations I've ever had the displeasure of being a part of when it comes to Sony. I genuinely, PlayStation 2 cam, PlayStation 3, I came into the PlayStation 3 late, came into the PlayStation 4 a little bit late. You could call me a Sony fanboy. PC boy's on top now. I can't hold you, bro. That piece of shit right there, I don't know what the point of you. I don't know what the point of your existence is. But I have my PS5, so right now, when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm taking my Switch and I'm taking a hammer and I'm beating the shit out of that Switch, and I'm gonna burn it.
Hey, we need that content.
When the PS6 drops, this shit is going in the garbage disposal. I don't even want to have this thing. I don't even want my kids to experience this thing. It's gonna be PS3, PS4, skip to PS6. I don't want my kids to experience this piece of shit hardware. I don't understand how Marvel Rivals put out a post saying, "Hey guys, we know something's going on with Sony. We gonna find some way to compensate the PlayStation fans that play our game." Marvel Rivals put something out. You put out some statement saying we're aware that some users are experiencing some issue. Fuck you, Sony.
That was the part that got me was some.
Fuck, like, dude. I mean, like, because you have to understand that this, for a lot of people, we are in the minority when it comes to playing video games. There's a lot of people out there that have responsibilities, they have jobs, they have families, they have things to take care of. You have to imagine Friday, people coming home from work after a long ass shift of work. Man, I got like 2 hours. I got an hour to just sit back, decompress, play my game before I got to start taking care of some family stuff and getting ready to run errands over the weekend and take care of some stuff. I got a good hour, 2 hours to just play my game and have a good time. And they can't do that. They could not do that for 18 hours. So it's not just a matter of like, oh, but it was only for 18 hours. We still were able to play it over the weekend. Some people only really just have that Friday before they got to start getting ready for the, like, again, Daytrail, a little bit of crit. We are exceptions when it comes to putting hours into video games on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people have way more other responsibilities, but they still like playing video games as a pastime. And they have like an hour, maybe 2 hours a week to play their game and to do what they got to do. And for 18 hours, radio silence. And then you got the nerve, the audacity, the sheer fucking to tell me we're going to give you 5 extra days of PlayStation Plus?
5 days is crazy.
What? Your shitty ass subscription service? I get 5 extra days of that? Hey, listen, Hall of Fame levels of just sheer incompetence. And I'm telling you this right now, I am fully aboard the notion of everybody, if you can, start saving up for a PC. Start saving up for a PC. At this point, that piece of shit right there, if it was a way that future PlayStation Plus, like future first party exclusives were coming onto Steam, like day one, I'm selling this bitch immediately, and I'm going fully PC. Everything I'm playing is gonna go on PC. Because, like, going back to what Chris was saying about the single player issue, the problem is that a lot of us game share because financially it is a good move. Mm-hmm. You have a homie that you trust, you game share with them, and you buy some games, I buy some games, but we all have access to play those games. And the problem is that because it's through online, if PlayStation shuts down, you can't play those games because it's not your primary PS5. Mm-hmm. And if you go, oh, well, just, when the outage happens, just make sure to, just turn it off. You can't do that because you have to be signed onto PlayStation to do that.
And you couldn't connect to anything. You couldn't anything.
You could not connect to anything. It to even rub, because I have been playing on my remote play a lot lately. I genuinely like it. It is a good investment for how I play my video games. You cannot nothing because you can't sign on the PlayStation. That thing is a paperweight. It was a paperweight. So for 18 hours, I couldn't play my $60, $70 game on my $500, $600 system through my $200 remote player for 18 hours. and y'all didn't tell me why. Pathetic. You're pathetic, Sony. I'm sorry. You're absolutely pathetic. And this is why we talked about this in the last episode, but this is why I hope, this is just it might be cope, but I really hope Xbox gets their shit together. I want Xbox. I am praying for Xbox to do good because I want Xbox to kick your, just like they did during the 360 era. I want Xbox to kick your fucking ass so you guys can get your shit together because this is absolutely unacceptable. And that's all I gotta say. Fuck you, Sony. Y'all are in the clown of the year Hall of Fame for me.
Yeah, like for me, it's just the fact it happened again. Not to the magnitude. It happened again. And it's been almost exactly 10 days since, and they didn't say what was the cause. There's no pressure to say what is the cause.
If you were hacked, just say you were fucking hacked, bro.
And that's fine. It happens to everybody. Everybody gets hacked. These niggas is smart. These niggas don't go outside no more. So of course they got nothing better to do. But this is my thing. It happened again. Yes, it wasn't as detrimental. At least we hope not. But hey, we don't know nowadays. Or if it was just a, hey, look, some shit happened in the main server, whatever, and we had to do a bunch of work. That transparency means a lot to the fans, your customers, and all of that. Because at least lets them know, okay, it was y'all or not, or was it the outside part? Nobody still knows when we're in the dark on that. And that's the part that's fucked up. And still the nastiest part is still the 5+ days. Like, bro, who cares? Who in the hell cares?
What am I gonna do with 5 extra days?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do with 5 days?
Like, dude, 5+ days, like, bro.
God forbid.
Look, the money came out my account already.
God forbid you come out with a new remaster, and you take the game that I wanted to play off that joint because the remaster came out. What am I gonna do with the 5 days? I just think I don't even want to talk about it because I try to keep positivity in my life now, man. Like I said, I don't want to take the do-rag off because I think it's thin up there. But get all that stress. I don't want all that stress on me. But why? It's just why? You can't say nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's just my issue. You didn't say a word. And
Bro, I'm telling you, we was empathize with you. I ain't sympathizing with you, but I would empathize with you if you would have said, Lizard Squad got their get back.
Right. We got hacked.
We got hacked. Right. Maybe your password shouldn't be Sony 123, or maybe your password shouldn't be Bloodborne 2 don't exist. Who knows? But you gotta lock in, bro. Just lock in. I just hate when niggas don't lock in, bro. That's my pet. You are the biggest console in.
Oh, Sony must have got you.
Damn. And they were like, no, we already got 2 of them. You talking too much shit. We're gonna get the other one. they definitely got his ass. So they may at least think about this. But nah, G. Either way, it's really it's fucked up. And I just really want Sony to do better with y'all servers, G. Please, that's all we ask.
If you are going to be always online, you need to make sure that we can always be online.
Simple as that. That's all we ask. Or just make it simple. Let us have access to our games. That's all we ask. Just let people have access to their games, offline or online. It's not that big of a freaking deal, especially single player games. So it's crazy. I'm not able to play Astrobot or something. Cyberpunk, I kind of get. I really do kind of honestly get why that kind of needs to be online in a way. But something like Astrobot, niggas should be able to play. I'm trying to think of other bunch of JRPGs that should be easy to play. But other than that, it's really no reason why games is locked into have to be with it. You gotta be on the server. That's still crazy to me. But other than that, we don't got nothing else to add. Sony, love yourself, do better. As we get ready to move on to other
Thank
things.
you, Sony. I love you, Sony. Continue doing great work, Sony. Oh, no smoke. Oh, no smoke.
They were like, look, man, you want the PS5, right, nigga?
Oh, no smoke.
Oh man. But let's go ahead, move on to our main discussion for this episode, spoiler culture. Look, man, it's getting out of hand, G. Like, who was it that I forgot who said it. This shit is just getting out of hand now, right? It's getting crazy now, bro. From with just blurred culture, nerd culture in itself, with just how easily people would just be like, you know what? Spoiler, here you go, nigga. I'm like, bro, we used to be as somebody who don't care about it and would seek it, we used to be a very tight group of, we don't speak to people unless we know they like the spoilers too. So like me and DC with One Piece, we talk, the spoilers are, we see it Monday night or Tuesday. We talk about the pre-spoiler, the early spoilers. The details come out with the translations. We talk about that. Then we talk about the raws that come out. Pause. What, like, gee, now it's, you're gonna get it all. You're gonna get every single thing that I just learned, and I'm about to get my engagement for the week, just to be an asshole. It's getting really out of hand, and it's even getting to the point where niggas are glad to be niggas who are leaking the shit, bro. Like, you're getting clout, and I think the really main issue is clout is a hell of a drug. Simple as that. Let you guys cook, and then we'll go from there.
Let me Cam could talk. And we just talking about spoiler culture in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, like, the reason I watched the Invincible episode 4 on Invincible whatever days that I can't remember is because I scrolled on Twitter and I saw a fight scene. I'm like, now I have to watch it because, like, I can't like, seriously, I can't not watch it now, because if I let it marinate on my Twitter page, that's all I'm gonna get, because the algorithm, it's stupid. I think even in gaming, it's a little bit worse. People want to be the first person to say something. Ever since people get paid off Twitter interactions, the app has went to horrible.
The game gets released day one, final boss fight video. Like,
yeah. No spoiler alerts anymore. You putting a ... spoiler on your Twitter feed thing, it's still not going to stop me from seeing the picture of saying spoiler. So, again, I wish people would lock. It's a pandemic of locking in. Not that many true locking in niggas out there. It's sad. And like I said, that's all we get. Like, One Piece spoilers. Niggas knew about Gear 5 when Gear 4 was out. So, like, it ain't. I'm not even the biggest One Piece fan. I found out before most people. Same thing now. My nigga, what was the big thing that happened? The mural thing in One Piece.
Oh,
that
yeah.
big mural.
oh
No,
the Shanks is
The Shanks' twin brother.
Not because niggas anime only, but yeah, what Chris just said. I like, even though the PlayStation party, we joked about that for years. We still not gonna go on the internet and spoil niggas and be like, nana boo boo, we was right. We gonna let it marinate. But we joked about that. Now, if Crocodile end up being Luffy mom because Ivanka gave that nigga a sex surgery, maybe I'm gonna go on TikTok and spoil niggas. But until then, just let niggas watch their shows, man. But I'm done.
Play the clown music for me, Chris.
Back to back clowns, dude. Look, man, living it.
There's a special level in hell for y'all. Oh, not old y'all. I think that if I had any amount of political power or just power to change something in this world, let me preface this by saying I would do this in GTA, not in real life. But if I had this power in GTA, I would turn all of y'all people who like to spoil stuff into Helen Kellers, so that y'all can no longer hear anything to spoil, and y'all can't see anything to spoil. I think that's the best way. And not only that, but I will place a curse on y'all, so that whenever anything comes out, you just get automatically spoiled on it. And whenever you try to spoil it, you forget it in your mind, and then it repeats the spoiler. So it's like an endless loop of you getting spoiled and you forget to spoil, because you're constantly getting spoiled on stuff. I wish nothing but the work. This is my thing, right? When it comes to people who spoil stuff, as far as like YouTube, this is more so talking more so on like video content wise. I don't care if you spoil stuff in your video. Like if you like One Piece chapter whatever spoilers, and you have like a generic thumbnail of like a One Piece logo, and you have the chapter on it, and you're like, I'm talking about spoiler. I don't care, because I have to actively click on your video to spoil. So if I get spoiled, it's my fault because I engaged with your video. I have a problem with you bitch ass thumbnail spoiling losers. That's where my issue lies in, because you know what you're doing. You guys know what you're doing. This more so, the recent example being Dragon Ball Daima. The recent episode just came out, and there was a crazy transformation that happened, and I'm just like, so I usually watch Daima. I usually watch all my animes on Monday. I know Daima comes out on Friday, but I usually watch it. And for so far, like I have been, because nothing super big has happened in Daima these past few weeks to warrant people trying to like spoil shit. Like the last time that happened was Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and y'all did the same thing then. So y'all, again, I'm just keeping the consistency of you clowns. But I go on YouTube just because, you know, YouTube is my main source of entertainment. So I log into YouTube, and I'm scrolling down to see if there's some videos that I can watch while I'm playing some games. Thumbnail spoiler right there. And I'm like, okay, well, now I got to go watch, like Day Trail. I got to go watch the episode now. Gotta do it. Like, I have to do it at this point. And now I understand that some people are going to say, oh, but the episode released on Friday, so it should... No. Because some people haven't gotten around to see it yet. Let it marinate. It just came out.
Like, look, my like, even if you somebody like Cam, like, but still 24 hours, 36 hours. Dude.
Give it, like I'm saying, like
1 hour, 2 hours is crazy.
Give it like a weekend or something. Like give it some time for people who, because again, a lot, you gotta understand that a lot of y'all are exceptions to the rule. A lot of people don't watch anime as it drops. They don't, because they don't have time for it. A lot of people like to wait for a certain day. They wait until episodes build up. They might binge it, whatever, what have you. So you spoiling something that major that happened in Daima, because this wasn't just like Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3. Cool, right? That's a cool moment. But like what happened this episode in Daima, bruh, you don't spoil that. That is a crazy reveal. That is something that like shows Toriyama's love for this series, his love for certain transformations. It shows that is a moment that people should witness for the first time. Like, holy shit, that's crazy. And for you guys to just, again, clout is a dangerous fucking drug, because a lot of y'all are so high on engagement numbers. You don't care, man. Any engagement is good engagement. I don't care if you go on my video and you say, damn, why'd you spoil it, bro? Like, I don't care. As long as you clicked on my video, even if you disliked it, you clicked on my video, and y'all need help. Y'all dead ass need help, bro. Because if that's the way you get your fix, I'm telling you this right now, the Helen Keller initiative, if y'all can't see shit, like hear no evil, see no evil. Y'all can't. Y'all. I don't want y'all to hear nothing or see nothing to spoil anything. And I just hate that. Like, again, it's just, and it's not anything that, like, before people go like, oh, but you know, the algorithm and blah blah blah. You don't have to, like, niggas just get spoiled nowadays. You don't even search. Like, literally, I just logged onto YouTube.
And that's the first thing he saw.
The first thing I saw.
You made it the thumbnail.
The thumbnail. First thing I saw on YouTube.
I was on Threes of the Ring Twitter. Because I watch basketball and wrestling. I scroll up. First thing I saw was, oh my God, they did it. I'm like, hey, yo. My plan was to binge watch Diamond. On the last episode, like binge watch it from the beginning to the end. I like Dragon Ball, but then again, I ain't about to watch this joint weekly, bro. So I'm just, whoo, them niggas.
It's crazy, man. That's all I gotta say. It's just, I just feel like y'all are losers. That's just the way I can say it. Y'all are losers.
Y'all do anything for attention, G.
And it's sad. That is sad. That is sad that there was nobody to show you enough love growing throughout your life or attention to where this is the way you gotta seek attention, is by spoiling stuff. So I hope that you get the right therapy that you need. I hope someone enters in your life that can give you the type of attention that you so desperately seek online. I hope that you get that and you cherish that and you stop spoiling stuff and ruining experiences for other people. I genuinely hope that, man. Look, man. Love yourselves and do better.
We need to bring back recipes. The recipes is gone, G. They totally gone, G. It used to be, if you was about this lifestyle, like outside the, you know, the Full Metal Alchemist thing from episode 3. That's still besides that. But there was still a rule in terms of active, you know, content, you know, not to say that look, Full Metal, look, Day Trip, Full Metal Alchemist brother could have been a 13 out of 10, but I probably turned to a 10 out of 10 because of that. So with that said, I do apologize still to this day. Like, I know I repented because I know God will probably be like, you know, you screwed up for him, man. But jokes aside, though, but it's just like active stuff like Diamond, especially. Look, at the end of the day, anything Dragon Ball Z does is going to be hype. Anything Dragon Ball related is going to be hype. So, especially something in terms of what we saw, well, at this point, the whole world knows, freaking Super Saiyan 4 Goku, that's a fucking moment, G. That is a moment. And immediately, you couldn't avoid it. Like, I watch Diamond probably when I feel like it. Like Cam says Monday, I watch it when I feel like it. I could probably watch back-to-back episodes. But something like this, I was like, okay, now I definitely got to watch. Like, I even respect my girlfriend Ashley's cousin. Shout out to my nigga Corey. He even gave me the respect to say, did you watch Diamond yet? Didn't say a word. I already knew what he was talking about, but my man said, did you watch it yet? This is crazy. You got to watch it now. I'm in the barber's chair. I'm like, all right, man, once I leave the shop, I'm going to watch it. Gee, still, I was hyped for it, but gee, what if I didn't see the Facebook story?
It was like, it would have been like a holy crap, that's awesome. But now I went into the episode going like, I already know.
Yeah, like I was so excited, but it's like, damn.
You go in from, you stop from being like, I can't wait to, when is it gonna happen?
Right.
Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Like it's just annoying. It's really annoying to deal with, and especially because it's like the amount of people that have access to these Reddits and now Discords on top of it, people don't keep the shit in there. It used to be if you whoever stayed in there, stayed in there. It's the rule. Like I'm gonna use the One Piece spoiler, One Piece Reddit, where I get the spoilers from. The thread literally says it don't leave here. If it goes into another Reddit, permaban, nigga. Permaban. Because that's how seriously that Reddit takes the spoilers seriously. Now, when I was in the JJK Discord reading spoilers, that was different shit. The niggas didn't give a fuck. But that's where it really started from. The lack of giving a fuck started with JJK. Because them niggas will post shit immediately on Twitter like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. So that's where it really got mainstream. Like One Piece.
The thing that happened to a certain character happened. They didn't. Yep.
that's when it became the Wild Wild West now at that point. And it's just it's frustrating and sad. It really is. So we need to bring back recipes, man. We need to really bring back recipes. We need to start bullying the people who are just leaking shit. I mean, genuinely bullying, not just like calling them assholes or pieces of shit. No, bully these people, G. Make them feel lower than they need to feel.
This is one of the few examples where I would say like a W Shueisha moment or something when they was like, "Hey man, we finna post some more spoilers. We gonna sue you." We start getting sued, bro. We start getting sued.
Exactly. Like, you could have left this where you learned it from. That's one thing. But gee, since you gonna post it, all right, bro.
Y'all can't wait. I'm not gonna because it's one channel name that did. I unsubscribed from them immediately after it happened, and I blocked them too. But I'm not gonna say names because I'm not trying to get involved into any fucking lame ass drama between channels or shit. But yeah, immediately posting it, it's just. Yeah, if it happens again, you're not gonna see nice Cam. I was nice, even in all those rants. I was nice. I wasn't mean, Cam. You go get real mad, Cam. That happens. If it happens to something that I really care, because I mean I like Daima, but like I can go like, all right, you know what? I'm not really too like I'm not super in tune, like super diehard Daima fanboy. I like the show and I like to watch it weekly. But if it happens to something that I care about, like a game or something, yeah, that's when the shit hits the fan.
Exactly. Just do better. That's all. We just ask people to do better. That's really all it is. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our client. Well, shit, Cam had like running through them. So I'll just go ahead and put a few seconds.
And I still got another one too.
See, exactly. Clown these fools. But my clown is gonna go to how do I phrase this? And I phrased the day trail, and I had to make sure I'm phrasing it right after I told him at church where I said my clown was gonna be. It's the niggas who part of it is new Kendrick Lamar fans. It's also them fake smart niggas. Those are my clowns. For one, shout out to Kendrick Lamar, G. Great halftime show. I was entertained. Definitely was. You said you was going to tell a story. You told your story. My issue is the niggas, your new fans. My issue is the niggas who I know failed in critical thinking in elementary school and high school, got D's and F's when it came to critical thinking, reading comprehension shit. And they try and say, if you ain't catch all that symbolism, you're not a fan. You're not of the culture. You're not X, Y, and Z. I hate this shit with a passion. As somebody who has legit grew up as a nigga who loves rap, I understand lyricism very easily. The only person who kind of stumps me a little bit is Lupe Fiasco because that nigga talks about some shit that I gotta research. Other than that, Kendrick is not that. I said this years ago with J. Cole, and you niggas turned Kendrick into that. Kendrick is a very smart nigga. He's still a nigga, but he's smart. But he ain't that fucking deep. I understood what the hell he was talking about. It wasn't that damn deep. Shout out to the symbols. But if you're mad at people who said they didn't like it, and you're going to say you didn't understand the symbolism of what he was, some people wasn't entertained. Some people don't want to be entertained. Some people, as simple as that. They just want to be entertained. If they didn't find what he did as entertaining, that's that person. But I don't need you guys to sit there and be like, oh, did you see the PlayStation controller? No, yeah, I saw the PlayStation controller and I got pissed because I wasn't able to play the game last week, nigga. So that's symbolism of, hey, you niggas need to stop playing games. Hey, you got the connection, head ass niggas. But I'm just tired of people making shit that ain't that deeper than it is. Yes, Kendrick, when he does things, is very intentional, but also it's not that deep too. It's really not. I called it, moved on. I was entertained. Most of you niggas was so happy with the Say Drake smile. That's what everybody wanted. That was people's entertainment. If you was a Drake stan, unfortunately, that wasn't what you wanted to see. It is what it is. As a nigga who don't pick sides, because I'm a grown ass man who just loves the music and all of that. Because also I know the warmth of a woman, so I know how that feels. But at the same time, it's a different subject. But just I hate when I know niggas who failed, who was asking me for the answers for reading tests and reading homework, talking about you don't understand. Nigga, get some pussy. Shorty, get some dick. Please. Please.
It's 2025. Get whatever you like, man. It's 2025.
Like what you like, but gee, stop trying to make people feel less than because you feel like you caught something. Congratulations. Now catch the warmth of a significant other. Catch the warmth of a parental love figure. Catch the warmth of something. But music should not be your warmth. Please find the warmth of Jesus above all. I think that's where everybody, if they caught the warmth of the Holy Spirit, we wouldn't have these type of problems. I'm being real honest. I just want people to stop this. I'm tired of it. I really am. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. But other than that, that was my clown shit.
All right, so my clown, it might be, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a slight disagreement, but my clown also ties into the Kendrick halftime show. This also goes into the theme that I've been talking about a lot throughout this podcast, where if you don't like black people, just say you don't like black people.
Well, you don't like
my clown goes to the people who say they didn't like the halftime show, because I'm calling Capt. Let's take all of the political and the deep stuff away. If you're sitting up in here and telling me that halftime show wasn't entertaining, I'm calling Capt. And the reason why I'm calling Capt is because who performed the Super Bowl last year?
Last year was Usher, which was really good. A really great show.
Who performed the Super Bowl the year before that?
Rihanna.
Okay.
Pregnant Rihanna.
I thought it was the Eminem and Def Rock.
Oh no, wait, no, you're right. No. Rihanna was that, and then the year before that was that one, because I remember it was different.
The fact that we are struggling to remember who did it proves my point. This year alone, people tuned into the Super Bowl solely because of Kendrick Lamar. If you're saying I'm Capt, you're fucking lying.
Nope.
I watched the Super Bowl specifically for Kendrick Lamar.
See?
Kendrick Lamar outperformed Michael Jackson's Super Bowl.
Numbers wise.
And he outperformed Michael Jackson.
Oh, I thought you was talking about like
I'm talking
show
about
numbers wise, but we also got to look at time. The time too.
Even considering that, Kendrick Lamar still outperformed.
Yeah, like those numbers won't lie.
Because we're not talking about watch parties. We're not talking about people who allegedly watched the Super Bowl. We're not talking about people who watched the Super Bowl through Discords, because those don't count as views. Numbers wise, Kendrick still outperformed.
Yep.
So if you want to use the whole argument about like, oh, but if Michael Jackson had it, shut up. Kendrick still outperformed. I'm not trying to appease your agenda. Again, just say you don't like black people. Now, if you're saying from an entertainment standpoint that Kendrick, we are talking about the songs that he performed, because one of the biggest arguments I've heard was that Kendrick Lamar didn't perform his popular songs. And I'm just like,
did.
Again, just say you don't like black people.
DNA Humble is two of his most popular songs.
From his most popular album, which is Damn, he performed his two most popular songs from that album being Damn and DNA. the album that also won him the Pulitzer Prize. So there were some uppity white people who heard that album and said, that little nigga can sing, can write, give him a prize. So that he then performs he performed the most popular. And listen, if you're sitting up here in the year in our Lord and Savior 2025 and telling me with a straight face that you have not heard Not Like Us, Capt.
Songs are everywhere.
The most popular song of 2024, the song that won him 5 Grammys. So again, some uppity old white people said, that little nigga can sing, and gave him 5 Grammys for it. And then after that, he performed his most popular song of his recent album, which spawned a shit ton of memes when it came out. So if we're talking about entertainment and popularity, and even from the entertainment aspect, again, you must not have existed in 2024. And I would even go so far as to say you're just not a fan of hip hop. Me personally, from an entertainment standpoint, if you say that if you claim you're a fan of hip hop and you say that that halftime show was boring, you're not a fan of hip hop. I'm not even talking about a Kendrick fan or I'm just saying hip hop in general, because this halftime performance show was a continuation of one of the biggest beefs in rap history last year. I mean, we literally got to see Kendrick call Drake a pedophile in front of all of America. And not only that, but it's even more significant because the song that started it all was a song in which Drake says, "Big as the Super Bowl." Nigga, this shit was fucking hype, bro. It was hype. And there's no deep thought into that. It's literally just, if you just think about it from it being funny, you laughing, you enjoying it. It was good.
Entertaining.
It was a good halftime show. Now, if you want to sit up here and actually tell me that I'm just not a fan of hip hop, so I didn't really enjoy the halftime show, I can accept that.
And that's being honest.
But some of y'all who are trying to again, tiptoe around the true meaning of why you didn't like the half, just say you don't like black people. You saw a nigga perform nigga songs in front of your white savior president and you didn't like that. Just tell me that. I'll accept that, man. I think that's fine.
Hey,
but
I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna be look. It's cool. Y'all gonna get that fat country white singer and Post Malone next year. You might get Taylor Swift next year. Bad Bunny might be next year.
And no one is gonna tune into that Super Bowl.
Well, people love Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's
no one is gonna be hyped to tune into that Super Bowl like they did with Kendrick Lamar. No one.
I agree.
It's that I am not a football fan. The Kansas City Chiefs got their ass whooped by the Eagles. I feel sorry for all you Kansas City Chiefs that spent thousands of dollars.
Hey, wait! I just noticed something. There's a theme. Anytime Cam watched the Super Bowl, the Chiefs lost.
Oh yeah, because the last time I watched, they lost. Yeah,
when the last time we watched Super Bowl with Cam, they got annihilated by the Buccaneers. Can't watch Super Bowl again. They get annihilated. Patrick Mahomes going to come after you, G. But, hey, look, black people, hope you guys enjoyed these past 4 or 5 years where we was getting quality black acts. Because we're about to get that Jelly Roll, Post Malone, Taylor Swift. We'll be lucky if Shabuzi hit the stage. Because the discourse, all the shenanigans. Hey, look, man. The NFL, look, we already got players punching and beating wives senseless. We don't need niggas getting mad at us. We don't need the Americans and Donald Trump trying to take our funding away. We don't need none of that. So hope you guys enjoy that. Because we didn't get it again because of how we're reacting to it and not appreciating greatness when we saw greatness, G.
A lot of you, this halftime show definitely exposed a lot of you Uncle Toms out there too. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I always do.
Again, and this isn't just again like I agree with what Chris said about people taking it a step too farther when it comes to stuff like that. I do agree with that, but I also don't like when people being disingenuous about that halftime show performance. And again, if you don't like black people, just say you don't like black people, and I'll respect you a whole lot more.
Simple as that. That's all we ask, man. That's all. Just be honest. Because look, if you watching this and see three niggas and say you don't like us, cool. Leave it in the comments. But hey, look, I approve the comments for they gotta be seen. They gotta be seen by me. And that means I gotta open up YouTube Studio at least twice a week, 3 times a week. Gotta get through me first, nigga. But either way, we appreciate you guys for watching and listening. We greatly do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Tweeking Media. We got tons and tons of content on there. Tons of shorts to check out as well. Cam got y'all with the gotcha content. Threes for the Ring content as well. Check us all out, man. We greatly appreciate it. And on top of it, follow the TikTok page. Follow us on Twitter at Attack on Culture. As well on Blue Sky, we're on there. And follow the Facebook page as well. But overall, we greatly appreciate you guys very much. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the growth. Shout out to the new people. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm happy with that. So let's just keep aiming higher because we just want to keep growing this year, man. But thanks for listening. Peace.
Peace.